Hey everybody, and welcome to another deep dive. Get this. Today, we're talking about something that sounds straight out of science fiction, but it's actually happening right now.
Yeah, like a brand new ocean forming right here on Earth.
You got it. In Africa, no less.
Yeah.
We're going to be diving into some excerpts from a piece titled Pasted Text.
Okay, pasted text. Sounds promising.
It is. And get this. It describes how the African continent is literally splitting apart, and a new ocean is emerging right in the middle of it.
Hold on, hold on. Africa's splitting apart, like for real.
Yeah, for real. It's wild, right?
Yeah.
We're talking landlocked countries suddenly getting coastlines and a chance to see the same forces that shaped our planet millions of years ago in action today.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Where do we even start with this?
Well, it all starts with something called the East African Rift System. Basically, picture a network of giant cracks running through Eastern Africa.
Okay, I'm picturing it. So these cracks are, what, splitting the continent apart?
Exactly. And it's not just some future possibility either. It's happening right now.
Wow. I mean, I know the Earth's crust is always moving and shifting, but to see a continent actually splitting, that's something else.
Right. And we're not talking about some crazy fast sudden break either. This is happening super slowly.
Yeah, like continental drift. It's happening on a timescale we can barely grasp.
Uh,
But over millions of years, those tiny shifts add up to massive changes. Like, think about it. The Atlantic Ocean we know today, that was formed by continents drifting apart too.
Exactly. It's mind-blowing to think about, right?
Right.
And the source actually gives us a number for how fast this is happening. The African and Somali plates, which is where the rift is, they're moving apart at about zero point 0.8 centimeters per year.
zero point 0.8 centimeters, so like less than an inch. That doesn't sound like much.
I know it sounds tiny, but remember, this is happening over millions of years. If you fast forward a few million years, a city on the coast of Kenya today could be hundreds of kilometers inland.
Wow. That really puts things in perspective.
It really does. And it's not just theory either. Remember that massive earthquake in Ethiopia back in 2005?
Yeah, vaguely.
Well, our source talks about how that earthquake actually caused a 60-kilometer-long rift to form, like in a matter of weeks.
Whoa, 60 kilometers in weeks.
Yeah, just goes to show how quickly things can change when it comes to geology.
It makes you realize just how dynamic our planet really is. So is there a particular reason why Ethiopia is the epicenter of all this activity?
That is a great question. And
Yeah.
yeah, there is a reason. You see, the Afar region in Ethiopia, that's where three tectonic plates meet.
Ah, a triple junction.
Bingo. And that makes it super geologically active. The source mentions that you can actually see visible fissures and rifts in the landscape there. It's like watching the Earth's crust being pulled apart right in front of you.
Wow. That must be a sight to behold.
So I think it's safe to say that geologically speaking, things are going to be pretty interesting in Africa the next few million years. But let's talk about the human side of things.
Yeah, the point.
You know, we mentioned landlocked countries getting coastlines. What kind of impact could that have on people living there?
Well, imagine countries like Zambia and Uganda, which are totally landlocked now, suddenly having access to the ocean.
Right. That opens up a whole world of possibilities.
Exactly. We could see new trade routes opening up, new ports being built, whole new fishing industries, and a boom in tourism. It could really be a game changer, especially for countries that have always struggled with limited access to global markets.
That's a really optimistic view. Any downsides we should consider?
Oh, definitely. Like any major change, there are going to be challenges too.
Such as?
Well, with a new ocean forming, you've got to think about rising sea levels. Coastal communities could be displaced.
Oh, right.
And there's the increased seismic activity that comes with all this tectonic movement that could pose a real risk to infrastructure and people's safety.
Yeah, you don't want buildings collapsing from earthquakes.
Exactly. And then there's the impact on ecosystems. We don't know exactly how this new ocean will affect existing biodiversity, but it's something we definitely need to think about.
Makes sense. Anything else?
Well, one more thing, actually. We're talking about redrawing maps here. National borders and coastlines are going to change, and that has the potential to spark political and territorial disputes.
Oh, that's a good point. So it's not just about the physical changes to the land, but also about the social, economic, and political ripples it could create.
Right. It's going to be a complex situation with both amazing opportunities and some serious challenges.
So what can we even do to prepare for something like this?
Well, knowledge is power, right? Scientists are constantly studying the East African Rift System, trying to understand how it works and predict what might happen next.
So more research is key.
Absolutely. And then it's about governments and international organizations working together. They need to come up with strategies for managing these changes to minimize the risks and maximize the benefits for the people and ecosystems affected.
It's amazing, we're literally witnessing the birth of a new ocean in our lifetime. It really makes you appreciate the powerful forces shaping our planet, forces that have been at work for billions of years.
Yeah, it's humbling, isn't it? And it makes you wonder about the future. How will this new ocean change things, not just in Africa, but globally? How will it affect trade, ecosystems, even just the way we understand our world?
It's definitely food for thought. And for all you geography buffs out there listening, we want to hear from you. What do you think about all this? Head down to the comments and let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
And hey, if you're digging these deep dives into the world of geography, don't forget to like and subscribe, and share this episode with your friends. Let's get more people thinking about these fascinating topics.
Spread the word.
Until next time, keep exploring.
Keep on learning.